Genesis just priced its answer to BMW M and Mercedes-AMG. On July 29, 2026, Genesis officially announced U.S. pricing for the 2027 GV60 Magma, the brand's first-ever high-performance vehicle, with a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $69,950. This is not a rumor, not a spec sheet leak, and not a speculative estimate anymore. This is the confirmed official number from Genesis itself, and it puts the brand's inaugural performance sub-brand directly into conversation with cars nobody expected a Korean automaker to compete against. When Genesis unveiled plans for its Magma performance division back in 2024, few would have expected the South Korean upstart to price its future hot models right alongside offerings from Mercedes-AMG and BMW M. Yet that's exactly where the GV60 Magma lands, signaling that Genesis sees its performance cars as true rivals to Germany's established heavyweights. At $69,950, buyers can just as easily drive home in a BMW M2, one of the most engaging performance cars on sale today, and Genesis is completely unbothered by that comparison. GV60 Magma is expected to arrive at launch at select Genesis retailers in California, New York, and New Jersey in the coming weeks. This is the complete breakdown of what that $69,950 actually buys you. Powertrain and performance, 641 HP. A fake gearbox that feels completely real, similar to the related Hyundai Ioniq 5N. The GV60 Magma sports a dual-motor electric powertrain producing up to 641 horsepower during the temporary boost mode, an electronic limited slip differential, and a range of track-ready tech features. The dual-motor configuration sends power to all four wheels, producing 601 horsepower and 546 lb-ft of torque in standard operation. Activate boost mode via the steering wheel button, and those figures climb to the full 641 horsepower. Genesis claims the Magma can go from 0 to 62 mph in about 3.4 seconds, hit 124 mph in just under 11 seconds, and reach a top speed of 164 mph. Underneath, it gets upgraded dampers, extra structural bracing, torque vectoring, and an electronic limited slip differential, with big 15.7-inch brakes handling stopping duties, blending traditional friction braking with regenerative technology. The virtual gear shift system recreates the feeling of shifting gears in a high-performance vehicle using virtual RPM technology, authentic shift feedback, visual gear indicators, and coordinated sound design. The SUV benefits from years of experience gained by the engineers behind Hyundai N, the performance division responsible for the Ioniq 5N, and as we learned during first drive testing, the GV60 Magma is every bit as grin-inducing. It delivers blistering pace while retaining a playful, approachable character. Availability: only 3 states at launch. Deliberately here is the detail that genuinely surprised the automotive press this week. The GV60 Magma will only be offered in California, New York, and New Jersey at launch. This is not a supply shortage or a manufacturing constraint. It is a deliberate rollout strategy from a brand that is introducing an entirely new performance identity to American buyers for the first time and wants to control that first impression carefully. A wider rollout is expected over the coming months, similar to the way Genesis released the standard GV60 model, meaning buyers outside these 3 launch states will need patience or a willingness to travel if they want to be among the first Americans to own one. Pricing in context: where $69,950 actually sits, the $69,950 starting price is $17,425 more than the base 2026 GV60, a substantial premium, but one that reflects the enormous mechanical gap between the standard GV60 and Genesis' first genuine performance flagship. That figure also means the Magma costs $10,050 more than the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 5N, but costs $55 less to deliver. A meaningful difference, though Genesis is a luxury brand and there was little doubt it would carry a hefty premium over its Hyundai N sibling. The 2027 Genesis GV60 Magma is finally here, and it packs a punch. The brand's first performance model delivers over 600 horsepower in boost mode, with first units expected to arrive at select U.S. retailers in the coming weeks. Some earlier industry estimates had pegged Magma pricing as high as $74,000 to $76,000, meaning the confirmed $69,950 figure actually undercuts a number of pre-launch expectations. A genuinely pleasant surprise for anyone who had been budgeting for the higher figure. Exterior, interior, and technology. The full Magma experience. The GV60 Magma carries forward the searing signature orange paint that has defined every Magma press image since the concept first appeared, paired with a wide-body stance, forged 21-inch wheels, and an inch lower ride height that visually and mechanically separates it from the standard GV60. Inside, the crystal sphere gear selector remains, one of the most distinctive interior details in any EV currently on sale, now surrounded by orange Nappa leather and chamood suede performance seats with genuinely aggressive bolstering for track use. The connected cloud platform brings personalized cloud profiles, real-time connected routing, natural dynamic voice recognition, and over-the-air software update capability to a cabin that already features Genesis's signature 27-inch OLED display spanning the dashboard. Drift mode, boost mode, and the full virtual gear shift experience combine to create a driving experience Genesis genuinely believes can go toe-to-toe with established German performance badges, not on raw specification alone, but on the emotional character of the drive itself. Genesis just made it real. For years, the Magma name existed only as a concept, a teaser, and a promise. First unveiled as a working prototype in 2024 and slated for a production reveal in 2025, taking its sweet time getting here. As of July 29, 2026, that wait is officially over, and Genesis has backed up years of anticipation with a confirmed $69,950 price tag that positions the GV60 Magma directly against the BMW M2 and undercuts several pre-launch industry estimates in the process. At 641 horsepower, a 3.4-second sprint to 60, Hyundai N-derived engineering, and a genuinely emotional virtual gear shift experience, the GV60 Magma is not simply a fast Genesis. It is the first real proof that the brand's performance ambitions extend well beyond marketing language. The California, New York, and New Jersey only launch means most of America will need to wait a little longer to get behind the wheel. But the pricing announcement alone confirms that Genesis Magma is now a genuine shipping product rather than a future promise. If this news excites you as much as it excites us, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Is $69,950 the right price for Genesis's first performance car, or does the BMW M2 comparison give you pause?